Hi, this is Angie Watson, Career Services Coordinator at Henderson Community College, and I want to share with you some information about career services, kind of an overview of the resources, and more information about the Focus Career Assessment. First of all, you'll just go to the college homepage, which is just henderson.kctcs.edu, and you can come over in the search bar and just type Career Services, and it should be the first entry that pops up here. And one of the first tiles is on career exploration, and that has some good resources on various career assessments that you can choose from. These are all free. Some of them are U.S. Department of Labor assessments, but online assessments are just really good tools to help you in kind of narrowing down the areas that you're most interested in and that would be a good fit for you. So we will be taking the Focus Career Assessment, the first one listed there, in an FYE class, but you can take that at any time in addition to any of these listed here. Exploring careers, majors, lots of good information listed here through the state of Kentucky, as well as using the U.S. Department of Labor information. So those are especially like the ONET, Career One Stop. You may have heard of those before, but they are excellent. And if you need any assistance using those, feel free to let me know. And there's additional information, what else can I do with this major? You need to think about what else may be involved. You may have something very, very specific in mind, but it's good to see how broad a major is or what sets of skills that you need to pursue an area of interest in that field. Career decision making. This page just kind of takes you step by step with links on just a wide variety of areas, helping you to narrow down what you want to do, networking, talking to people in the field that you're interested in, and just thinking about constantly those action steps. What else can I do to get me closer to where I want to be? And then ways to gain experience, whether that's internships, volunteer. There's lots of great resources, lots of great agencies in our community that are seeking volunteers. So that's a wonderful way to add experience to your resume, contribute to the community for sure, and also to make connections, talk to people, and that's just a great way to network and increase information about careers. Because really, the more informed you are, the better decision that you will make. So that is the career exploration tile. And then the job search resources. Hope this will be helpful to you as well throughout your job search. And again, the foundational part of your job search and narrowing down careers is knowing yourself. And again, taking assessments, thinking about your skills. And here's a quick quiz on your brand. What do you have? What makes you unique, makes you stand out for an employer to it's just important to really link your skills with what the employer is seeking. So looking at that job posting, really gearing your skills, your resume, the interview, all of these really build on each other and really go hand in hand to help you with the best career and job fit. So I want to go back to the career exploration, back to the assessments that we looked at briefly, and we're going to do the Focus Career Assessment. I just want to show you how to get into that. If you have not registered for it before, you're going to go to this register key here, and what you need to know is for the access code is the Hill, and two separate words, and then you'll key in your name, create a password, username, and then you should be ready to go. Here at the bottom, you'll see a status drop-down box, and just depending on if you are taking the FYE class, then you'll select FYE Fall 2021, or if you're a work-study student or in a capstone course for Associate in Applied Science ready to graduate. So that is the registration page. So pretty simple and easy. And then when you go back to use Focus after you have already taken some assessments. Then you can just access it. You can go through the login page here. Okay, so we're going to look at the student side here. So you'll see here what your main menu will look like, and your name will be populated here after you do your registration. And so it's set up of assessments. So you just scroll down as you continue to make progress through it. For the FYE class, we're going to be doing the first one, Am I Career Ready? And it's about 15 minutes or so. It's the longer of the assessments, but it's really honing in on those good foundational attributes that an employer is looking for. So let's look through here. This is 8 of the competencies that employers seek in new hires as well as established employees. So these are really important, and I'm sure you've seen these terms before, and we're all at points where we could strengthen and just really better develop each of these areas. So you'll just click on start and you'll be ready to go. You'll answer a few questions. And if you have questions or want to go back to, you just click on the home button in the left, and that will take you back here. I'm going to show you kind of what that looks like for each of the areas. That's the critical skills one. Let me look at one that I was communication skills. So I've rated myself, and this is strictly, self-rating. And again, we can all improve in these areas, but communication skills, it gives you a set of action steps. So there's several there that if you feel like, wow, yes, I definitely need to improve on these areas, then you can go down through here and put a check in the box of the action step that you could really put into practice. There's also a box at the bottom. You don't have to put additional action steps, but you certainly could. And this will just help you in the future, your personal life as well as professional. Just, including those good behaviors, just good way of doing things on the job. And so that gives you just something to work with, really, when you're answering interview questions as well, because we're always going to be asked probably about our strengths and what are our weaknesses. And so this is a way to really give some structure to responding to that question, because if you haven't thought about it, you probably won't give the strongest answer. And if you're already thinking about those competencies that are important to employers, you're going to be better prepared when they're asking about that. Because for the weakness question, as long as you can, discuss an area such as like the communication skills, well, if you're saying that that's been a challenge for you, but these are some of the things that you've put into place, then that's a really strong answer. Employers want to know that you can do self-assessment, that you can identify areas that need to be strengthened. And so that's really the type of employee that they want. And again, you can use the home key to go back and to finish that assessment. So that's the Am I Career Ready? And assessments, how you answer today, this is a snapshot of where you are today. A lot of students do like to take the assessments later in the semester as well, maybe upon graduation, and they can see how things have changed some, because if they've gained experience, they volunteered, they get a part-time job, they got an internship, that can definitely help them see where, there are skills out there they didn't really think about, and things have changed and they want to gain skills in that area. So here is a work interest assessment, personality assessment, because you're probably not going to be very happy if you're in a workplace that really doesn't fit your personality preferences. So these are all really important, what's important to you in a job, and then a skills assessment. So, and they take maybe 7 to 10 minutes a piece to take. So really pretty quickly, and a good snapshot of where you are that day. So combining assessments, you can click on that, and that'll kind of show you what is showing up as far as an occupation in all of the areas. So that's a good way to narrow down as well. And I can definitely meet with you if you want to discuss the results. Just let me know, and we can talk more about them and what some options would be. This is a great way to explore the possibilities. You can explore various occupations. You know, what if I majored in? What else could I do with this? You can look at different job families. You know, the different occupations that are within that larger area, because there may be some things that you really hadn't considered and other things that you could do. If you've got it narrowed down to two, this is a good exploration exercise where Focus will let you select two different occupations that you've rated pretty strong on, and then it just compares side by side. So you can see what's the salary, what's the education, and compare in just a variety of areas. You know, what's the job outlook for those two that I've narrowed down. And then at the bottom, you'll see where when you're exploring, it's great if you will go ahead and if you have an occupation that you really think is interesting or a certain major, go ahead and select that when you're in the database. You're looking at the specific majors and occupations. It'll give a little prompt where you can save it. So that will help you, because a lot of times we forget. And so that's good to have that done. And then review and print your portfolio, because those saved majors and occupations will print on your summary. And so this is what you'll select to get a really concise summary and to use that for your possible career report or to submit to your instructor. So what you can do is just click on the select all, build my portfolio, and then you will get a summary of everything you did. So like the first one, the Am I Career Ready, it will give you the bar chart, and then it will actually list the different action steps that you selected. So that's a great reminder as to actually putting those action steps into place. And then here we've got your work interest. And so you may have some that really stand out. And so that's pretty easy for me to see where my real interest areas are. And then it gives an explanation on all of the areas. So you'll be looking at your top 2 or 3. And then it just click on the plus sign and it will give you some of the areas that might be a really good fit for you. And these little graphics here will show what's a bright future and what's really hot career. That this is really something that there's a lot of job openings for, a lot of opportunities. And then you can check on additional occupations as well, some that rated really strong. And then the values assessment, you select your 3 top values. And then again, you're looking at what's a good fit just based on my values. And then you may see or start to see a pattern in the types of positions that are showing up. Same thing for your personality. It'll describe your personality there. And not that these things don't change, but I think you will see some areas that are pretty dead on. And if they're not, for a lot of the careers you're seeing, if there's not as much of a pattern or a repeat in the types of job and careers that show up, that's okay. That may mean you have a lot of interest areas. And so you are needing to gain some experience in some way to be able to narrow down. So again, each of these assessments has the results and has occupations that really rate high in the areas. And then if you saved occupations or you saved majors, those will be listed as well. So you just need to download so that you can save it as a PDF, and you can either print it or you can save it as a PDF and your instructor will want it submitted that way. So if you have questions, feel free to let me know. My office is located in the Start Center. That's the 2nd floor of the Sullivan Tech building. I'm in room 225. But the easiest way for us to connect, just drop me an email, angie.watson, WATSON, @kctcs.edu. Thank you.